Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 2015 with the Rude Man. We are back in Ringwoods. This is going to be a kind of a different episode in that I kind of got myself stuck into a bad situation when I borrowed that much money on this silly farm. So what I decided was I'm going to go ahead and do several harvests, and then I'm going to sell that harvest and get that loan paid down. So that's going to be kind of boring to watch. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my progress. Right now, let's see, I've got, where's everybody at? Alright, let me grab my truck here. How did my truck get in there? I didn't park it there, did I? Really? I don't remember parking it there. Okay, so anyway, I just finished the episode where I completed the harvest. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm done. Okay. What I'm going to do is I finished the lower two fields. I've got rain coming. In the last episode, I finished the other two fields. I finished 16 and 17. I have sunflowers up here. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this. I'm going to collect the windrow from the ones that I can. I think this one has windrow on it. The other two do not. Cotton doesn't have windrow, and neither does sunflowers. So I'll collect the windrow on this. And then I'm going to reseed and do another harvest, and reseed, do another harvest, and reseed, do another harvest. And I'm gonna kind of keep everything. I'm gonna sell enough harvests so that I'm not in the hole. But I'm gonna do 3 or 4 harvests and get it into the silos. And then when I come back, we'll sell it and see how much we get. And if I need to continue on and do some more, I'm going to try to get some money in the bank, pay that loan off, or at least pay it down to where I don't feel so behind. Because I need to buy animals, and I can't. I owe the bank too much money. I can't consciously buy animals when I owe the bank almost $1 million. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that offline, and I'll just come in and show you my progress once in a while. It'll let you see how much I've got in the silos and that kind of thing, and what kind of crops I've got. Alrighty, so yeah, so I'll see you in a little bit, and we'll show some kind of progress. Okay, so we are back. Take our first little look at how things are going. A couple things. I finished a harvest, and I'm picking up the windrow. So, in looking at the windrow, we're going to have lots of windrow. So I'm going to have more than what I need if I'm making mixed rations or whatever I'm doing. So I think I'm going to start selling the windrow. I'm going to keep so much on hand, but I'm going to sell the excess to try to get some money and pay this debt down. Yeah, I did I sold all the cotton, and I sold some of what I harvested, and I have a little bit of money in the bank, but I need that because I'm using fuel, and I'm using seeds, and I'm just using, so I keep going in the hole. So I went ahead and sold a little bit to get a little bit ahead. Okay, so I've been doing a little research, and one of the things that I found is that those combines I have, those white ones, that's a mod. They are really, really kind of slow. Okay, so the small white ones, they hold 12,500 units of fruit. Okay, now the New Holland, the big New Holland, holds 14,500. So 14,500 versus 12,500. Okay, here's the sweet thing. The New Holland, the big yellow one, it takes 41 seconds to unload that 14,500. The white one, It takes 1 minute and 36 seconds to unload the 12,500. So I'm sitting here trying to, harvest, back-to-back harvest to try to earn some money, pay my debt down, and it's taking me forever to do these crops. So I've decided I'm going to eventually replace those. Not only is the New Hollands, not only do they unload faster, but they also, the header's a lot bigger, and of course the grain bin's a little bit bigger, so that kind of helps to get the grain off the fields. So one, I'm gonna sell the straw as it's coming off. I'll keep what I what I need, but I'm gonna sell most of it. I sold the cotton. I need to, the sheep are still making wool. I need to sell that. Haven't done that yet. And let's see what else. Oh, the chickens. I'm getting chickens again. So let's see. Let's go take a look. Alright, so here we are at the chickens, and as you can see, they're making poo. So I've loaded up a load of poo, and I'm going to sell it. Okay, one other thing, getting back to the straw, that's what I forgot. One of the other things about the straw is I tested this out on a test world, and I made a little bit more money by selling the straw to the compost place than I did by just selling the straw. So there's a place on my farm where I can sell the straw, but if I haul it over to the compost place is, let's see, get my right here, this compost place. If I sell it there, if I take it and make compost out of it, I get a little bit more money. Not a whole lot, but if you're talking a few thousand difference, that can make a difference. So anyway, so I'm gonna sell the straw at the compost place, and let's go in and take a look, see how many chickens I've got, because the chickens are still going to town if I can keep them fed. Oh, and by the way, as I'm harvesting, I'm keeping the grass being cut and everything, so that I can, yeah, see, I'm getting a little bit low on feed. But I've got 136 chickens to sell, so I'll be selling those, and I need to collect the wool and sell that, and I need to use some of my grain to make the lettuce over here. My lettuce machine has stopped. I think I must have run out of something, but yeah, my lettuce machine has stopped. Let's go take a look. I haven't paid too much attention. I was trying to do that harvest. So, one harvest down. I haven't paid the loan down. So let's go see where we're at. Turn the hood on. Alrighty, let's see. We have, yeah, we ran out of seeds. We got 25 diesel, 38 fertilizer, and 8% water. So I need seeds. I just need to replenish everything. So that's the next thing I need to do. Let's see. I do have wheat. I didn't sell very much of it. I have quite a bit of barley. I can use that, and I have quite a bit of wheat. So this is after 2 harvests. The one harvest we did, and then the second one I just did. And so next, I'm gonna probably maybe go for oats. I'm trying to stick with fruit that give me a windrow, so that I've got straw to sell. It doesn't amount to too much, but every little bit helps. So I think that's about it for now. I am still okay. This guy just finished windrowing. Oh, he's gonna be in the way. All right, so I'm picking up the straw on the last field, number 17 here. Then I'm going to reseed and do another harvest, and I'll be back and we'll show some progress, hopefully. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to sell any unless I absolutely have to. One more thing. one more thing. I did do this. Okay, now let's say I need a tractor or a combine. If I go to combines, notice down here, I added a new mod. I can now rent equipment. So if I want this combine here, I can actually rent it. And once you click on this, it gives you the lease agreement, or how long you want to rent it for, and that kind of thing. So rather than, you know, pay all that money for new harvesters and stuff, I can rent them. Let's see. So if I wanted to rent this bad boy, yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually done it yet. Let me save this in case I do something stupid. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, let's go back. All right, so let's say I want to rent that combine. Is that the big one? This is the big one. If I want to rent it, you click on rent and you get to choose how many days, how many hours, and then the price that you pay for that. So, like if I rent it for a day, it's going to cost me $38,000. That's cheaper than buying one, and I wouldn't have to really do it for a day. I could do it for maybe a couple of hours and see how much I could get done. So anyway, I don't plan on doing it because I do have equipment for now. But yeah, that's it. So I'll be back when we have another harvest out of the way and see what kind of progress we've made. Okay, we are back, and I just finished harvesting the canola. So let's take a look at what I have in the silos. Looks like it's going to rain today. As before, I had 502 wheat, barley 217. We got 298 out of the canola, and we also had a little bit of sunflowers and the cotton that we had, and then the oat harvest. Oats, wow, you really get a lot of oats. So I have no idea if this is going to pay the debt off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, take my tractors and trailers, and start selling this stuff, which is going to be kind of boring going back and forth on this. So I think I'll go ahead and sell what I've got until I can, you know, reach about 800,000, if that's possible. I don't know, but I'll check how I'll do each one and check back with you to see how much we've done. If you look at this field, it's got stuff on it, stubble from the last harvest, and supposedly this seeder will work regardless of that. So let's see. Now watch, we've got 100% seed on there. Now it'll probably do it this time, just because. Let's see, I've got 2 combined courses, don't want that. I want to seed field 16, and there we go there. All right, drive the course, and let's see what happens here. Now notice, lower right hand corner, 9,000 is what I have in seeds, 100%. Nothing's happening. Oh, nothing's happening. So nothing's happening at all. Why? All right, let's stop this guy. And let's pull him out. Pull him out of the field. All right, I'm gonna grab the other tractor that's already running. We'll grab a cultivator. Oh, by the way, while we're doing this, I want to go to mods, and I'm trying a new cultivator that I have, this mod right here, because it's 14 meters. Cultivating these fields, if I'm gonna have to cultivate these fields before I seed every time, I want it to be a little bit quicker than it is. So I'm gonna rent one of these. and I'm going to rent it for an hour. And let's go back and get that. I want to try this and see if it's any good. If it is, I'm going to replace the other two that I have, because they're only like 10 meters. And that's the biggest one you can get in the vanilla game, is that 10-meter one. So rather than buy one, I thought I'd rent one, see if it's any good. And then if it works good enough, I will. Oh, man, it looks pretty nasty. Okay, yeah, I'm going to suffer through the stuttering in this video because, you know, bear with me, I'm trying to fix it. But I'm going to suffer through it because this is a weird video. I've been coming in and coming out, and I've been using the same program. I don't want to do half of the video with one piece of software and half the video with another. So I'm just going to complete it the way it is, and we'll see how it goes next time. There's pros and cons. What I have to do, this program allows me to record the voice separate from the game sounds. So I've got 3 tracks. I've got a video track and 2 soundtracks. One soundtrack is just the game, and the other soundtrack is my voice. And that allows me to adjust them separately. The other program that I use records voice and game sound all together. So there's only 2 tracks. And what happens there is, if either my voice is louder than the game sounds or the game sound is louder than my voice, I can't adjust it. If I turn it down, it turns everything down. So what I have to do is I have to tell it not to record my voice, just record the video and the game sounds. Then I have to use a separate program like Audacity to record my voice. Then I have to mix it all together and make sure that it syncs up with the video. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But there you go. At least it works. So let's see how this thing's gonna work. It looks pretty nasty, doesn't it? Looks like they did a pretty good job with it as far as the graphics detail, stuff like that. Animation looks cool. Alright, let's see. It's a little bit wider than I thought, so let's just do it like this. Perfect. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and let him go. And then I'm going to grab this cedar and see what happens. All right, let's drive the course and see what's gonna happen here. By the way, I had a subscriber ask me on those combines that I'm using how I got them to do the soybeans and oats and that. Now see, it's working. It's seeding. So what in the wide world of sports? I don't understand. The game says that you don't need to cultivate, but obviously you do. And I don't know what the reason for that is. And I'm not going to worry about it because in the long run, a farmer would cultivate. You would cultivate. So there you go. We're just going to have to cultivate. And I think I'm going to go ahead and once this rental agreement is up on this other cultivator, I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of those and trade my old ones in, because I kind of like that, and it's 14 meters. It does a bang up job. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Hey, you were riding on it. Whee, whee. Uh-oh. It thinks I'm in front of it. Safety first. All right, so there you go. We're just going to have to cultivate. That's the way it is. Also, I was talking about the fact that I didn't sell everything. I have quite a bit to sell. Let's grab the old truck here. I didn't sell the chicken poo. I didn't sell the chickens, which I have quite a few built up now. I'm still selling the lettuce and stuff. That's automatic. So I've been making money selling lettuce the whole time. But anyway, what I was saying, I had a guy asking me how I was able to use these combines right here in front of me to do oats and everything else. That's part of the multi-fruit mod. If you have the multi-fruit mod, the one I'm using, any piece of equipment will do anything that's available in the game. So if a mod says that you have the ability to do soybeans and oats and sunflowers, if that happens, that's because you have the multi-fruit mod in there, and that allows you to use any of the equipment, even the vanilla equipment, to do sunflowers, oats, and soybeans. That's how I was able to do the cotton with a corn header, just a regular vanilla in-game corn header. Now, the graphics weren't correct because as it was harvesting, it was showing corn stalks come up into the header instead of cotton. And, you know, that's okay. That's just, you know, if you want to do cotton. If you don't like that, don't do cotton. Do something else. Just, you know, do your just do your wheat and your barley and your canola, and don't do any cotton if you don't like the way it looks. Or get a mod. And those mods, I don't know if I'm going to be happy with because they didn't look like they worked very well. But anyway, so I have wool to sell. Look at the wool that's been piling up. The sheep have been busy making wool. Ooh, it's full. So they're done making wool. Is that full? It is full, isn't it? No, it's not full. It's got one more row. But I'm going to have to sell that wool. And I have chicken poo to sell. I have chickens to sell. So I still can make some money on things that have been going. I remember I told you that I was going to sell some of the straw. Well, I haven't done that yet either. I did quite a bit of straw, but then if you remember, canola and some of the crops don't have straw. So I had straw when I did the wheat and the barley, and I had straw on the oats, but I didn't have straw on canola. So, but that's okay. We do have quite a bit of straw. Let's see. Oh, hey, this is open. Why is this open? Well, we're going to close it. And let's see how many chickens I have. I've got 139 chickens to sell. So I think I'm going to do that in the next episode. Next episode, we're going to maybe work on some animals. And we do have a little bit of chicken poo left to sell. And let's run down and look at the straw. If we're looking at the straw, oh, I've got a lot. I got a lot of straw. But look at, I've got a lot of grass too. 603,000. I have more grass than I have straw. Yeah, that's okay though, because if you know that when you do a harvest, you don't get a lot of straw. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't accumulate. I'm surprised how much I have in grass though. But I've been continuously working on the grass. Every time I get a day goes by and the grass regrows, I get that mower going. So I'm surprised I had that much though. Let's see what else. We have our steamed potatoes that we have to do, and I need a different bucket for this thing. Or rather than do that, I might rent a front end loader. I might rent one of these wheel loaders with a bigger bucket. Yeah, 6,400. The little bucket I've got on that little that little buggy I'm using is only 1,500, and it's not big enough to move anything. So I might rent one of these in a bucket and see how that goes. We're going to do that in the next episode too. A lot of stuff to do in the next episode, because this one was kind of a weird episode. You know, it was kind of, but just me going up and down the field, you know, seeding, fertilizing, harvesting, selling was pretty boring. It was boring for me too. When I went to sell, I just set all my trucks up and I went and watched a little TV. So, and just let it go. And the same thing with seeding and all of that. I just would sit and watch a little TV. So I want to make some pig silage, see how that works. But that's all coming up. All coming up. I don't know if I want to park this guy here. I'll head back to the farm. So, yeah, after all of that, after all the harvesting, after all of that, I'm just kind of rambling on now. Because, believe it or not, doing those harvests, even offline, took me hours. It took me 3 or 4 days, because I'd play for a couple hours and then, you know, go do something else. Come back in, do another harvest, play another couple hours, go do something else. It was just, it took me 3 or 4 days to put this one episode together. And I really, really decided that I want new combines. I told you about this. It took 1 minute 36 seconds to unload that harvester right there. Where if I had the one of these New Hollands, if I had this New Holland, it took 41 seconds. And this grain bin is bigger than that one. It just took forever. Every time they would get full, my tractor would pull up and it would just take 1 minute and 36 seconds. Doesn't seem like a long time, except for when you're sitting there waiting for it to go to the next combine. It took forever. So yeah, I'm gonna sell those and get me a couple of the big ones, even if I have to sell those and just rent a couple of the big ones until I can afford to buy. But we'll see. Like I said, I still have stuff I need to sell. All right, we're just going to park this guy right here. So the plan is, in the next episode, to finish the seeding and maybe look at getting some animals. I need to sell that wool, sell the chickens, all that kind of stuff. We'll do that in the next episode. And I want to try, I need to try this seed out too. I want to try this seed, see how it works. It's purple. Got purple seed. Cool. All right, let's go check on stuff. Oh, well, look. That's going to work out good. Because that seeder is smaller than the cultivator, so it's not going to catch up to him. That's good. So, that being the case, I'm gonna go ahead and sell my other two. Yeah, where are they at? I'm going to sell those, but you know what? I get more money if I take them to the store. So I'll just haul them over to the store and sell them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. It's been a crazy one. And next episode, we'll get back into it and get back in the swing of things. Hope you had fun. Give me a like if you did. Share it with a friend and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you on the farm in the next episode.